Here.
Welcome everyone to the April 2024 meeting of the Baldwin County Board of Education. I'd like to ask Rhonda if she would lead us in prayer.
Our school system, and pray that you give us wisdom and discernment and give us the ability to make the right decisions for our schools and our teachers and our students.
I thought we were getting an answer there for a second. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Oh, that's okay.
I'll make sure I get next time.
I want to welcome everyone who's joined us tonight. I see our AEA folks are here. Welcome. Ms. Benson will be speaking to us in a few minutes. We have several. Thank you all for coming out and taking part with us tonight. We do not have any letters of commendation, so we'll ask if we can get a motion for the approval of our minutes. It's the February and the March minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Motion to approve the minutes was made by April, seconded by Rhonda. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Should have said any discussion. Sorry about that. Do we have any amendments to the agenda?
Yes, sir, we do. Amend number 2, Public Works. Number 9, Baldwin Preparatory Academy Innovation Waiver and Flexibility Contract. Number 11, Leave of Absence of Personnel. Number 12, Retirement and Resignations of Personnel. Number 15, Transfer Intent to Transfer of Personnel. Number 16, Employment of Personnel. Number 17, Extra Work for Extended Periods. Add number 18, 2024-2025 Revised Extra Work Wages. Number 19, Teacher Apprenticeship Program Agreement.
Do we have a motion to accept these changes?
Second.
Motion by April, second by Andrea. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We do have one delegation with us tonight. Ms. Lynn Benson from the State Board of Auditors is here to speak to us about the state of our financial situation.
Well, let me correct you. We're Alabama Department of Examiners of Public Accounts,
I
not
knew, I know as soon as I
auditors.
said that was wrong, but thank you.
And as he said, I'm Lynn Benson. I was one of the examiners this year that performed the audit. And unfortunately, we do have a lot of just jargon that I must say, so please bear with me. In accordance with the provisions of Code of Alabama 1975, Section 1613A, 73D, commonly referred to as the School Fiscal Accountability Act, I am here to present our audit on the Baldwin County Board of Education covering the period of October 1st of 2022 through September 30th, 2023. The report in its entirety is available on our website, which is www.examiners.alabama.gov. Your audit was published March 22nd of 2024. And I'm going to say, because of the good work that John and his people have done and those local school bookkeepers, we were able to get this audit out super quick this year. Thank you. We conducted our audit in accordance with the generally accepted accounting standards and governmental auditing standards for the purposes of rendering an opinion on your audit. Your audit did receive an unmodified opinion. There were no findings, no issues, no problems whatsoever. For the federal programs that we tested, which were in accordance with uniform administrative requirements, uniform guidance is what we call it, we tested Title I and the Education Stabilization Fund, which I sure hope that goes away. Any questions? All right.
Thank you,
I'm
Lynn.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
John, again, glowing report. Thank you for keeping us above water. Appreciate it.
Helping us sleep well at night. Thank you.
You and I wouldn't look good in stripes.
All right, let's go forward to our items of business.
Yes, sir. Agenda item 1, bids proposals. The superintendent recommends adoption of a motion to approve the bids and bid extensions for goods and services for the system as stipulated in the agenda exhibit.
So move.
Second?
Motion was made by Cecil, the second by Jason. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Item number 1 passed.
Agenda item 2, superintendent recommends adoption of a motion to approve the low bidders meeting specifications for public work projects as amended and stipulated in the agenda exhibit.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Jason, second by Andrea. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Agenda item 3, reimbursement for Alta Point expenses. The superintendent recommends adoption of a motion to authorize the superintendent to reimburse Alta Point for day school-based expenses as stipulated in the agenda exhibit.
So, second.
Motion by April, second by Cecil. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
No.
Agenda item 4, camera purchase. Superintendent recommends adoption of a motion to approve the purchase of cameras from Howard Technology Solutions based on the ALJP 2022-233 contract pricing structure as stipulated in the agenda exhibit.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Andrea, second by Cecil. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Agenda item 5, Heinemann Do the Math intervention. The superintendent recommends adoption of a motion to approve the contract with Heinemann to purchase the Do the Math intervention materials for K-6 grade as stipulated in the agenda exhibit.
Second?
Motion by Rondi, second by Jason. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Item 5 passed.
Renee, Becky did an excellent job of presenting the other night. Agenda item 6, BBB Educational Enterprises Do the Math Professionals Development. The superintendent recommends adoption of a motion to approve the contract with BBB Educational Enterprises to provide professional development training for the Do the Math intervention program as stipulated in the agenda exhibit.
So moved.
Motion by Andrea, second by April. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Agenda item 7, Forefront Education Math Screener. Superintendent recommends adoption of a motion to approve the contract with Forefront Education to provide early numeracy screener and professional development training needed for teachers as stipulated in the agenda exhibit.
So
So
moved.
move.
Second.
Motion was made by Cecil, the second by Andrea. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Agenda item 8, approval of contract Coastal Makers LLC. Superintendent recommends adoption of a motion to approve the contract with Coastal Makers LLC to be paid from after-school child care as stipulated in the agenda exhibit.
So moved.
Second?
Motion was made by Rondi, the second by Jason. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
My apologies, Board, that was after-school care funds as stipulated in the agenda exhibit. Agenda item 9, Baldwin Preparatory Academy Innovation Waiver and Flexibility Contract. The superintendent recommends adoption of a motion to approve the attached resolution and authorize the superintendent and his staff to take all action necessary to pursue an innovation waiver and flexibility contract for Baldwin Preparatory Academy as amended and stipulated in the agenda exhibit.
So moved.
Second.
Motion was made by Andrea, the second by Cecil. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Agenda item 10, Career Technical Education Textbook Adoption Committee. The superintendent recommends adoption of a motion to approve the BCBE Career Technical Education Textbook Adoption Committees as stipulated in the agenda exhibit.
Motion by Rondi, second by April. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Agenda item 11, Leave of Absence of Personnel. The superintendent recommends adoption of a motion to approve the leave of absence of personnel as amended and provided to board members under separate cover.
So moved.
Second. Oh, okay.
Motion was made by Jason, the second by Cecil. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Agenda item 12, Retirement and Resignations of Personnel. The superintendent recommends adoption of a motion to approve the retirement and resignations of personnel as amended and provided to board members under a separate cover.
So moved.
Second.
Motion was made by Andrea, the second by Jason. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Agenda item 13, Termination of Temporary and/or Non-Tenured Certificated Personnel. The superintendent recommends adoption of a motion to approve the termination of contracts of temporary and/or non-tenured certificated personnel as provided to board members under separate cover.
So moved.
Second.
Motion was made by Andrea, second by Cecil. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Agenda item 14, Termination of Temporary and/or Probationary Classified Personnel. The superintendent recommends adoption of a motion to approve the termination of temporary and/or probationary classified personnel in accordance with Act Number 2011, Student First Act, as provided to board members under separate cover.
Second.
Second.
Motion was made by April, second by Andrea. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Any opposed? Item passes.
Agenda item 15, Transfer, Intent to Transfer Personnel. The superintendent recommends adoption of a motion to approve the transfer, intent to transfer personnel as amended and provided to board members under separate cover.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Andrea, the second by Jason. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Agenda item 16, Employment of Personnel. The superintendent recommends adoption of a motion to approve the employment of personnel as amended and provided to board members under separate cover.
So moved. Second.
Motion was made by April, the second by Jason. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Agenda item 17, Extra Work for Extended Periods. The superintendent recommends adoption of a motion to approve the extra work of personnel as amended and provided to board members under separate cover.
So move.
Second.
Cecil made the motion. It was seconded by Andrea. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Agenda item 18, 2024-2025 Revised Extra Worker Wages. The superintendent recommends adoption of a motion to approve the 2024-2025 Revised Extra Work Wages as stipulated in the agenda exhibit.
So moved.
Second.
Motion was made by Andrea, the second by Cecil. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Agenda item 19, Teacher Apprenticeship Program Agreement. The superintendent recommends adoption of a motion to authorize the superintendent to negotiate and enter into agreement in form as approved by the superintendent with the Alabama State Department of Education Teacher Apprenticeship Pilot Program as stipulated in the agenda exhibit.
So moved.
Made by Andrea, the second by April. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
That's all I have, Mr. Johnson. I want to I thank Beverly for sitting in for Tiffany tonight with HR. Thank you.
I don't see any members.
No news media, no, sir.
Anything for the good of the board? We will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
It is not a college game.
And second.
Hey, I'm sorry about my phone. I don't know what in the world happened
We're
there.
adjourned.
It was a game changer. I don't